out. This is the last spring that we have.
Spring, yeah.
You can clearly see
the difference.
Yeah. All right. So the bolts you were talking about,
like I said, 17.
Yeah.
The link from the sway bar.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Whatever it is, wherever you are, welcome back to another video. As you guys saw from the thumbnail, we are finally getting a chance to do this lovely lady right here. We're finally getting a chance to do her lowering springs on the 240 that is inside this shop right here. So with that being said, let's get right into the opening cinematics. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed those opening cinematics. I tried to make them pretty brief and quick. I'm also kind of working on some new ways to film and edit, basically put it that way, and some new camera settings, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that. So I'm going to introduce to you guys the shop owner of NARAUTOWORKS, which is where we have brought the 240 to get our lowering springs taken care of.
Yes, you know
so,
how it is.
Of course, man. So just briefly kind of explain, introduce yourself, and explain kind of what kind of got you into fixing cars, especially a lot of the German cars that we have here. What we're doing today.
A pleasure. My name is Alan Burgos. I came here 2 years ago, and I started working with a guy that did a lot of German cars, a lot of Audi R8s, Lambos.
Oh, big boy stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
Twin turbo kits, transmissions, and I did basically everything on parts and everything. So
yeah.
Now we're gonna we're gonna do it. The lowering springs on the M240.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
gonna get perfect.
Yeah, so he's done a set of lowering springs on a G42 240.
Yeah, on a white one.
Yeah.
Oh, the manager one. That's
Yeah.
Andres one.
Yeah, but they honestly, they came out really good. So I already know he has great experience doing this, and we're super excited to see this car finally lowered and not monster truck.
Monster truck.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna try to do it fast, real quick, and try to go step by step on it, so you can see how difficult or easy it is for you. You can do it on your house if you have the tools and everything. Here we have the lifts, so
Yeah, so
a little bit more easier.
So my biggest fear with doing springs on this car was that I was pretty sure that you had to, you needed like a press to compress the springs before you changed over, because I know you have to take off the top hats. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
So I think you need a press for that. I could be wrong, but he said that we don't, and we're good without doing it that way. So, are you excited?
I am. It's not going to be a monster truck anymore, so we'll see how it looks. Jamal surprised me with a different brand of springs, so I'm excited to test them out in one of our next rallies.
That's funny. So I went with a different brand of springs. The reason why is because I actually got a recommendation from Race German to go with this brand. I'll post them down below and I'll put a picture of them right here. But yeah, that's the reason why I decided to go with them. They are MMR lowering springs. Hopefully they come out good. I didn't really want to go with your typical set. I kind of wanted to give another company a try. Now we'll give our review, and I guess maybe a month or so when they probably settle in. It shouldn't be that long, but I know they'll be completely settled in, maybe about a month or so. So yeah. All right, so what's the process that we're gonna do on these springs? Basically kind of start to finish.
First thing, take out the rim.
Yep.
It has the bolt, 17 bolt.
Right.
On the back, take it out. This one has the back part, so you have to expand it a little bit so we can take out the whole shock.
Right.
3 bolts on the top.
Right.
Bolt in the middle. That's it.
Simple as that.
Take out the stock spring, put back the other one, and the same process, bolt back together. That's it.
We're gonna film some cinematics. We'll pause every now and then to give you guys an update, but of course, but let's get into it. kind of dark, so we gotta get some light. There we go. All right, so the bolts you were talking about, what
like I said, 17.
Yeah.
The link from the sway bar, and all these plugs.
Right.
Plugs here, plugs here.
Plugs.
This bracket
everywhere.
that will come out when you take out the 17 bolt,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Drops right
Get
out.
out the sleeve. The 13 bolts on the top,
Yeah.
and that's it. Take it in out, put in the lower spring,
Done deal.
and let's go.
Ironically enough, this was the 240 I was talking about that had gotten done on the lowering springs, and it sits really nice. So it's really good to see kind of like side by side almost exactly of how much of a drop. I think it's 2 in the front, maybe an inch in the rear, but the fitment is really, really good. This is one of my favorite 240s out here too. There's a lot of things that is on this car that I want to copy, but I kind of want to copy. Like for instance, this rear lip right here is almost the same style, if not exactly the same style as what we have on the E92 M3. So I already kind of asked him where he got it from, because I definitely like this for the 240. Yeah, man, look at that. They got E85 inside. The front lip, I definitely like how kind of simple and suave the front lip is too. And then we'll probably end up doing carbon fiber kidneys, and then the insert down here will probably end up being carbon too. For instance, just like this, like how this is done over in carbon, how nice it looks, that's the goal. So little by little, we're gonna get there with Zai's car. But that's what it's gonna look like. That's how low it's gonna sit once we get the springs dropped. So I'm happy about that. Okay, so we finally got both of the fronts out. This is the last spring that we have.
Spring, yeah.
Yeah. You can clearly see
The difference.
Yeah.
And the coil, you can see it. Here's wider, here's shorter.
Right.
So it will be a little bit more short.
Right. Do you think it'll be a little bit more stiff? I'm not sure. I mean, either way, we have the EDC, right?
It'll stay the same way of stiffness, only
Right.
lowered.
Right.
So
Okay, so since we have an EDC in our car,
it's a little bit more pain of the ass.
yeah, a little bit more. Okay.
It's a longer strut, and you have all the connections, so you have to be a little bit more careful.
Right.
But other than that, straight up, the nut out,
Yeah.
stock spring out,
Yep.
you're going in.
All right. Well, with that being said, let's wrap this up and then we'll go to the rears. So, how do you feel about your first?
Sorry.
Wow.
No, you caught me off guard. So this car having EDC, it became more of a headache than a regular M240 without EDC. It makes the job a lot tougher than
Not tougher, just time consuming.
time consuming that one would expect.
But
so.
with EDC, you have a good problem. It's a good problem to have.
Correct. It's a good problem to have because I do like my EDC and I do enjoy my EDC. The fact that I can change the dampening on there. So
Ooh, okay. So what does EDC stand for?
electric dampening control.
Good job.
Thanks. My brain was like, what does it mean?
It's not a festival.
Oh, well, wow.
Alright guys, just like that, the video is coming to an end, at least this portion. I have no idea what the night is going to entail. We just finished, we just lowered the car. I think that it looks pretty good. Obviously, like I said, the springs still have to settle in a lot. So I'll show you guys an updated picture of that later on. However, Alan, let us know what you think about the install. How difficult was it for a 240 with EDC? And then what do you think?
Very different as a normal suspension.
Yeah.
But other than that, came out perfect. Yeah, like you see, you have to drive it still.
Yeah.
We took it out the lift right now. So.
Yeah.
We have to drive it so we can lower and set the correct way on the back. You can see the difference.
The back already dropped a lot.
Then you have to drive it.
Yeah.
But alignments and let's go. That's it. That.
Yeah. So let's take it out for a test drive and let us settle. Oh, it's actually already kind of dropping down more too. Ironically. Let's go for a nice little drive. All right. So we just got back from the drive. What do you think?
I drove pretty good. I do like the hike now. There's much more, I don't know how to say that.
Just better fitment. No more monster truck.
No more monster truck, better fitment. I do want to see it on the rallies to see if there's better like movement towards the curves. I felt like before when it was stock, it was just all over the place. So I really want to test that out.
See if it's more stiff?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you want to give us an outro? Oh, okay.
Well, guys.
Put her on the spot.
I know. Go ahead and give a follow to Jamalfa on Instagram and NARAUTOWORKS on Instagram as well, Alan. And then my Instagram is _Liliana.z, which is right here. But other than that, comment, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Ciao.
So fast forward some. The night isn't over yet. We ended up meeting up with some of the boys at the Orlando Eye. We got a Hellcat right here. We got two GTRs. We got Darling's 240 right there with her lowering springs. And it's actually, the more she drives, the lower it's kind of sitting now, which is looking even better. I know she's happy about that. Got the G80 right here. We got the E36. Chemo even managed to pop out too, so this is pretty dope. It's gonna be a good night. Where I think we're just gonna go bowling or just something, just have a good time and see where the night takes us.